So we watched Computer Warriors on VHS. This was the only episode of this that was ever produced, right?
Yeah, so right after they came out with the first episode, they cut the show. So it came out in 1990.
Yeah, 6 years divorce from Transformers, right? Because like the Transformers animated series came out in like 1984. And clearly this was supposed to be a competitor to that.
Yeah,
It's
it was
robot toys.
Yeah, the whole
that transform.
Yes. I think they were trying to have stuff that was familiar with kids, like in their homes.
Yeah.
Like obviously kids had computers and
Pepsi cans.
yeah, they had a Pepsi can. That's the one that I had. So they did come out with toys. They were all shown in the one episode.
Yeah.
You know, one was like a soccer ball, one was a Pepsi can, which I had growing up. I had watched this whenever I was super young, and my dad found the Pepsi can toy in the box. He bought it for me. So the Pepsi can it's a hollow, shell.
Yeah.
Just opens up, and then you can lift out this little like airplane, and the little dude can ride in the seat, and you can pretend that he's flying around. And you can take out the little guy, and he's super detailed, hand painted, beautiful toy. And on the back of him, it had all of this circuitry.
There was only one wave of the toy lines. There was one like unsold pilot. According to Wikipedia, this was syndicated, so this did air on TV at least once, But it's just one of those things that didn't take off, which is weird because clearly they had crossover branding lined up for it with Pepsi. Mattel is like a big toy line. So I don't know. I wonder if it was because it was so close to like an already existing IP.
Computer Warriors. Expect the unexpected. Each sold separately. Computer and pencil sharpener available fall 1990. Computer Warriors!
One thing that I really like about it is that when they're inside of the computer, like the mainframe, they're completely transparent, and you can see circuitry
the matrix
going.
Code.
Yeah.
Some of the voices are really funny too. Some of the voice acting, like all the screaming, is like
12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, fire! Bush!
It was probably just like the same two acters.
Yeah.
For all of them.
Because one of them is just somebody like
yeah, it's just someone like yelling.
Format to circuit speeders and pursue the Computer Warriors!
They
killed that dog.
They shot the dog. And they had one scene with the human. He came in and he started freaking out about his computer being broken. He started throwing books around.
He telegraphs every single thing that happens to him.
Yeah.
Time to check the manual. Nothing in here about smoking disk drives. Better call Leon, Ace computer jockey. If that nerd can't fix it, nobody can.
That kid has amazing reasoning skills. I actually think the ending is kind of clever, where they shoot out the disc and they capture the viruses on a disc.
Yeah.
And then the human comes in like an idiot and just picks them up, and he's like, "Oh, I wonder what these are." And then he takes them to his friend's house.
I'm better off at Leon's. At least he's got a laser printer.
Yeah, you can see like the layout of like the season arc that would have been.
Yeah.
Where it's like he takes it to his friend's house and they're
re-uploaded.
somehow get out. Yeah.
So
yeah, you had this VHS tape growing up. You didn't just have the toy. So what came first, the VHS tape?
The VHS tape. And I was already like drawn to it because I was like a huge Transformers kid.
Yeah, and it's like it's just like that.
This is like an everyday object that converts into something else. Like that whole premise is really fun.
And you love Pepsi. So
yeah. No, that's my favorite thing.
We were talking about this, the way that we both used to play with toys is we would stage them, kind of like a mini stage play.
Yeah.
You would make a scenario. You wouldn't just take your toys and mash them together.
No, dude, they would, each side, the good and the bad, would have their own like bases, and then I would arrange for like one of them to be like a scout. Yeah. And he would sneak across like my room's floor and check out the other guys. It was a lot of fun growing up.
When you played with Transformers, did the Pepsi can find its way into the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. I was curious if you had the mindfulness to be like, no, that's separate. Like, that's not part of it.
I only had one of them. You can't, you can't really do too much with just one.
Well, that's Computer Warriors.
Season 1.
Yeah, Season 1, Episode 1, the one and only episode.
Yep.
I guess, if anyone in the comments is familiar with it, let us know.
Yeah.
because I mean the toys did hit store shelves. So if you even like remember, like,
especially
the
if you
push
had
for these-
them.
especially
Like,
if you had them.
tell
yeah.
tell us which ones you had.
Yeah.
They're all pretty expensive now.
Well, that's that.
Yep. You should have bought a Pepsi can.
You're right.
You would have been smarter.
Mhm.